Hey peeps, Dan here again. The other day I posted in the Facebook group, the members group, about what's the one thing that's keeping you from losing weight, and I put that in there because I wanted to do a video about what I knew were going to be the responses because it's for majority of people the same issue. Might be put different ways, but basically it's fear of failure. There's that fear of I've tried it in the past and I failed. It's just going to keep happening. What happens when I do that? Because what do you do when you try something and you don't succeed at it? You tend to beat yourself up. You feel crappy about it. Sometimes when it just starts happening, it's, oh, here we go again, and then they give up, and so on and so forth. So, been there, done that myself, and when I was trying to get all my weight off way back when, that was something I had to overcome. I did not lose my weight rapidly. As I've talked about before, it took me 15, 16 months to get it off. And when I was losing it, I did not lose a steady 1 to 2 pounds a week. My body doesn't like that. For me, it was like a staircase. First couple of weeks, I lost something like 20 pounds. Then I went 6 straight weeks. I didn't lose an ounce. In fact, I gained maybe a pound back. I normally would have given up, but that particular time I said, nope, I'm going to stick with it. Week 6, 7 came along. I dropped 15 pounds in 1 week. And then the same thing happened again. Stalled for 4 to 5 weeks. I forget what it was. And then boom, another 10 pounds came off. If you actually looked at the chart, and I did one way back when, if I can find it, I'll actually share it with you guys. It was like a staircase when I lost my weight. And that's just how my body was going to do it. Other people do lose an average of 1 to 2 just steadily every single week. There's no rhyme or reason to it. We're all human beings. Our bodies do what they want to do. We have no control over it, believe it or not. I mean, you have control of what you eat and what you exercise and so on and so forth. But as far as the weight coming off, there is no concrete, this is what's going to happen. And you need to learn that and accept that. Because what happens when we talk about fear of failure is you are going to have that week, 2 weeks, my case, a month and a half, where I wasn't getting anywhere. And as I said, most people would have given up. In fact, probably 99.99% of people would have given up on that, and that includes myself. But because of that particular time, I said, I'm not going to give up. I kept moving forward, and boom, that's when the weight came off. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I knew the responses would be some variation on that, and they were. And thank you to those of you that did respond for sharing it because it's an important lesson for everyone to learn. And another way to look at that is something that I read a while back. It was from a leadership expert. His name was Kevin Eikenberry. It was a book that I read that he had written, and it's about how to achieve goals and objectives that you really want to achieve, that you value, whatever they might be. His was more towards business, but really it applies towards our health too. Um, and really, it comes down to 3 P's. That was his whole premise behind it. The first one was a positive attitude. If you don't have a positive attitude about something, your progress is going to be slower because that positive attitude will help you overcome the obstacles that inevitably are going to come along and helps you keep persist in moving forward. And that's what it's all about, kids. It's about moving forward. However small steps forward you take, it's still about moving forward. The other one is your attitude about possibility, the possibility attitude. What does that mean? That means that you believe that you can succeed in reaching your goals um, and really, really believe in it. Not, well, I might make it if I do this, or, I can try. That's why I don't like that word, because that's really what it goes back to. It's that possibility, believing that you can succeed in reaching your goals. And that you are the biggest influence on the success in reaching that goal by having that attitude. And then the third P, was he called it the proactive attitude. That's taking actions that adds to your enjoyment and satisfaction, um, and using that to build momentum. So how do you put that in English? It's having small goals that you can achieve and sustain over the long term. In my case, I needed to lose 120 pounds. If I just looked at that every week, my God, I gotta lose 120 pounds. Now, let's say I lost 5. My God, that's great. I lost 5, but I got 115 more to go. It gets tiresome. It gets old. It becomes this huge mountain you have to climb. What I did in my time was I went for 10-pound increments. And a little trick that worked for me, because I'm a little OCD if you haven't figured it out, was I like the 9.9 goal. So, as I've talked about before, I was well over 400 pounds, but my scale only went at home to 350. So my first goal was 349.9. I hit that goal, and it was 339.9, and so on and so on. And that was attainable over, for me, like I said, it was a step ladder thing, but 4 to 6 weeks. Generally, I knew long term, once I got rolling, that I could hit that. And I celebrated that. I didn't give myself food treats, but it would be something like, you know what? I was successful this month. I'm gonna go buy, fill in. I don't remember some of the things I bought. I never spent more than $5-10, but it might have been a book or something like that. That's how you can sustain and have a proactive attitude, because I had a plan. That's really what we're talking about there. So think about those 3 P's: positive attitude, possibilities that you can reach your goals, and proactive planning for it. If you follow those 3 P's, you will have success. That's really what it's all about, kids. So give it a try.